Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Maybe you've noticed that I'm kind of crazy about the Market Goodness bundle. I love this bundle. I love the suite. There's just such cute treats out there available that can coordinate with this bundle. It's really, if you love to make treats, there are so many possibilities with this one. So I've got another carrot treat box for you today. I have found these little carrot and corn. They're like little box openers or envelope openers. You open up, they've got a little blade. I love it because you can open all your Stampin' Up! Paper packs with this. No more trying to do it with your thumbnail or the scissors or your Stampin' Up! Boxes. So I found these little treats and could not resist them. There's an Amazon link in the description below. You can save 10% on the already discounted bundle price for Market Goodness through the end of June 2024. So the bundle, you can get the Market Goodness stamps and dies together, save 10%. June special, you can take an additional 10% off all bundles that are stamps and dies. So check it out before the end of the month. All right, we're going to start with some pecan pie cardstock for our little treat box here. This is 6.5 by 6 1/4, and this is our template. Now, kitchentablestamper.com is where you'll find us. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description below that says project details. Click here. There's always a printable project sheet for everything I share. So you can get the free printable resource. Just follow the link. When you get to the blog, below the embedded video, you'll see a link that says today's project sheet. Click here, and on that project sheet will be a photograph of the template, all the measurements that you need, everything to recreate this project for yourself. We're going to start on the 6 1/4 inch side and score at 3/4 of an inch, 1 3/4, 4.5, and 5.5. Then rotate to the right, and we'll score at 1 3/8, 2 3/8, 4 1/8, and 5 1/8. All right, let's work these score lines with a bone folder and trim according to the template. All right, for trimming this, you want this big flap to be top and bottom. All right, and we're going to start 2 score lines from the left, and we're going to cut up along the big flap. We'll go 2 score lines and then cut a slight angle to get the score line out of there. You're going to kind of cut the bulk, and then you're going to back up 1 score line to the left, cut down to the second score line, cut an angle and get rid of the bulk, rotate, turn to the short tab, cut off 2 rectangles, and then you can cut off this little tab. So that's our first corner. We're going to rotate 180 degrees, start from the second one from the left, cut along that score line to the second score line, little angle cut, get rid of the excess, back it up 1 score line, cut straight down to the second score line, and another little angle, get rid of the bulk. Now we're going to cut off these 2 rectangles and this tab right here. Okay, back to that same side now, and we're going to cut down 2 on the second from the right. Little angle to cut out the bulk, and back it up 1 score line to the right, cut out the score line, add a little bit of an angle, remove these 2 tabs or 2 rectangles, and then this little tab. And then the last one, 2 score lines from the right, cut down 2 score lines, angle again, back it up 1 score line to the right, cut down 2 score lines, angle. I bet you know what comes next. Remove these two rectangles and remove this tab. And that is our adorable little flip top treat box. So this box, it's got a little belly beyond, and when you open it up, these big flaps flip, inside one's out, and there's your little treat inside. All right, let's get a corner rounder and round the corners, and then we'll add that awesome whitewashed wood texture. All right, I'm going to use a 1/4 inch corner on my corner chomper, and we're going to do all the flaps, the big ones and the little ones. All right, flaps are rounded. That's going to give it a nice finished look. Let's get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and the Timber 3D embossing folder. We'll run some texture on the outside flaps. Okay, so all I want to do is add some texture on the flap. So I'm going to pop that little flap into the folder. I'm going to fold these guys down to make it easier to run, and I'm lining up the score line with the edge of the design. And I got that lined up how I want it. I'll close it up and then pop it in the machine. Be very careful. The fold is along the edge here, and you don't want that to touch the side of the machine as you're cranking through. So be very careful as you line this up. Make sure that nothing's going to make contact. And there we go. Now our little flap has got some fantastic wood texture. Let's repeat for the other outside flap. And there it is. Now our box is going to have that cute little carrot crate look from the outside. Let's add a little whitewash detail here. For that, you'll need some craft white, whisper white, craft white ink. And we're going to just do a direct to paper technique where we swipe the pad gently onto the embossed design. The raised parts of the embossed design will pick up the ink, and the debossed parts of the design, those that are pressed in, will remain that true pecan pie color, and you'll get a neat little whitewashed effect. We're going to do that for both of the flaps. You can add more ink. You can layer this up until you get a look you're satisfied with. You can't take it off. It doesn't really erase. There's no way to remove it. So take your time, layer it up when you get the effect you like. Here's before and after, so you can see, then you're done. All right, flaps are ready. Let's assemble the box. I'm going to use some tear and tape adhesive, and you're going to assemble by adding tear and tape adhesive also to the outside of the box on the little square tabs here. I'm going to get my take your pick tool and remove the liner for this adhesive. All right, lift and form the corners. Tuck in those tabs. And now we have our adorable little treat box. Let's add our little, I don't know, box openers, our little blades. I love this. You guys are gonna be so happy with these little treats. They're just adorable. I think that with the corn and the carrots and the cutest cow bundle, you could also make some really cute treats. So check these out. Got them on Amazon. And there's our little crate. Now, to close the crate, I'm going to use this To Market Designer Series paper. This is 2 by 6 1/4, and I'm using tear and tape adhesive. I'm going to put tear and tape on the outside design at one end, and the inside design on the other end. This is how I like to do belly bands. I like to put tape at each end so that we get kind of a double reinforcement where the belly band comes together. I also like to wrap my belly band to the front if I'm going to do a decoration like this that will cover the seam. Then we don't have a seam anywhere to be seen on any of the box at all. So we're going to just place the box with the inside paper facing up, and then I'll roll to the front and then pull the other end to the front and snug it up. We don't need it too tight. We want it to be able to slip on and off but not fall off. Once you got it lined up, then you can seal and then burnish at the corners. And that's how I like to do a belly band. It'll slide, but it won't fall off. Okay, let's do some stamping. I've got a bit of basic white cardstock here, just a scrap, and I've also got a piece that I've die cut ahead. This little label is from the Something Fancy dies. It's this guy, about 1 1/4 by 2 3/16 if you're looking to substitute something. And my stamp pads for this project are Garden Green, Pumpkin Pie, and Pecan Pie. On the scrap, I'm going to stamp some carrots and Pumpkin Pie. We'll get their leaves with Garden Green. And then I'm going to do the Thanks a Bunch greeting with Pecan Pie. Now, this might be looking familiar to you if you follow Kitchen Table Stamper. We did the most adorable pen box in the same theme. I'll link to that so you can see the coordinating treat box. I'd make a really cool like montage or gift basket or something. You'll want to see it if you are like me and just totally into anything punny. The Thanks a Bunch with the carrots, just I could go on for days. Anyway, let's die cut our carrots. The Market Goodness bundle has dies to make this job speedy. Get that guy up there. And our cutie little carrots. Love these guys. Give them a crank. Haha, love it. All right, just a couple more little pieces here that I want to show you. Got more Market Goodness Designer Series paper. This is 1 by 3 1/8. And then I have this Pumpkin Pie tab. Did it with the tab punch. I love this tab punch. We're going to fold it up, add a little bit of adhesive inside the tab so it's going to be reinforced, and let that grab. While that dries a little bit, I've got my tailored tag punch, and I'm going to put some chicken lips on the end of my banner. You can do this with scissors, with a square punch, with the banner triple punch, whatever method works best for you. Got some Stampin' Dimensionals and some liquid glue. And I'm going to just take the liquid glue and add a little bit at the bottom of the tab here. And then put my Thanks a Bunch on there. Now we've made it into a fun little tag. Let's get some dimensionals on the back of our carrot. Careful, the carrot's a little bit longer than our tag, so squinch those dimensionals toward the center. And we're going to grab a couple more dimensionals here. I'm using halves. And we're going to add the tag to the banner. With treats, you can go as high as you want, build as high as you want with dimensionals. So we've got the carrots, we'll pop those on with dimensionals. My dimensionals sagging a little bit right here. Let me add another one really quick. If you're going to build dimensionals up to the sky, you want to see that you're building dimensionals up to the sky. All right, I got a 1/8 inch circle punch, and I'm going to turn this into a tag. There it is. Now, my favorite part here, I love this peach pie ribbon. It picks up that peach pie and ties it together with the pumpkin pie. All the pie names, pumpkin pie, peach pie, and pecan pie. We're using them all today. I'm gonna wrap the box and tie a nice loopy bow. What's a gift without a nice loopy bow, right? We're gonna tie it up high, loop, swoop, tuck, and pull. Give it a little finesse and then trim the tails. Can cut this one away from the spool and we'll fix the angle on this side. Now for our Thanks a Bunch tag, I am going to double up some linen thread. I don't know what you'll need here, maybe 20, 22, 24 inches depending. Double bows are sometimes kind of challenging for me. I can tie regular bows all day long, but once you double up the material, I get, I get a little fumble thumbs, but I've got a couple of little things that help me out. So I've doubled my linen thread, and then I've got one of my little floss threaders, and I'm going to put the ends in the floss threader like you're threading a needle. Put the lead, see the little blue lead there, through the tag, and then I'm going to pull, and that's going to get the thread, linen thread, through the tag. Then I'm going to take the same little lead and I'm going to slide it underneath the bow, and that's going to bring the linen thread around so we can tie this up. Now we're going to loop, swoop, tuck, and pull again. We've got all the fibers going on here and all the bows, and it looks really awesome. And the good news is with that slidey belly band, nobody's going to have to tie and untie your box to get to the treat. I love this idea. So we've got our double bow with linen thread. That adds a lot of fun texture on top of our ribbon bow peach pie. So let's trim the tails a little bit here. I'm going to add another dimensional because I don't want that swinging free. I want it to sit on the project all cute like exactly where I want it to sit. So I'm going to move my bow up a little bit and then add a couple of dimensionals right to the box. And then I'll stick the tag to those dimensionals. See? Utter control. Now it doesn't go swinging all over the place. Last touch, just a little bit of shine. We've got these transparent backed dots. This is part of the To Market suite. I'm going to use the garden green ones. You get white garden green and then blackberry bliss and lemon lime twist. I think that these will be fantastic for your Halloween projects, so keep them in mind. The eerie white and the glowing green, purple. But for now, thanks a bunch. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you've got any questions about the project, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Don't forget to check the links in the description below. You can get the free printable project sheets, and we'll also link you to the Thanks a Bunch pen treat box that matches this one. If you like this project, you'll want to check out this one. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.